Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Squirtle Master Kenobi. I'm coming at you with another video. This one is going to be a Pokemon Y version water run through. So basically the concept is that I can only use water type Pokemon for the run. The exception is, obviously secondary typings like say Lapras as a water ice or Greninja, which is a water dark. Other than that, I can only capture water type Pokemon. Another exception are Pokemon like Eevee or Bidoof, who can evolve into water type. The situation with Eevee is I can catch an Eevee, but I would have to evolve it into a Vaporeon. So before I can use it. So I can capture an Eevee, but I can't use it until I can actually use a Water Stone to evolve it. So that's the only issue there. And then Bidoof, I can use it obviously until it becomes the barrel because you have to level it up to 15. But those are like the exceptions. Or Azurill as well, which is only, I believe, normal fairy, and then it becomes a water fairy. But then like Surskit is like would be an option, but then I couldn't use it when it evolved because it would be a bug flying. So other point is that I can only really capture water type Pokemon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves started on episode 1. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up a bit. Oh, 400%. Speed past the beginning part, we don't care. Alright, I will call myself Kenobi. Alright, let's go ahead and get this back down to 100%. I did like this game. I think this game gets a lot of excess flack. It is interesting how much there is to do between the first 2 gyms, and then all the gyms just after that sort of go back to back with each other. But I think the collection of Pokemon in this game is fine. I think that the gyms themselves are really fun. I think that I really like the starters. I like the idea that you can get a Kanto starter, that you get a Kanto starter, and you can use that when you get to Lumiose for the first time. I do like the multiple visits to Lumiose, giving that idea. Like it's same with Petalburg, where you go to that gym, but then you're not able to actually fight the gym leader yet. Rollerblades were an interesting idea. I just wish they had actually done something more with them. There was just basically a few railings that you were able to jump on every now and again. And this is not a randomized game either. It's going to be just regular default things. This is because if I was doing a water only run and I just happen to not ever run into any water type, can I do it? I can't do a space. I could do it though if I just didn't do the space. Nice. By the way, I'm recording this on Thursday, May 26th, the day before the Obi-Wan Kenobi show comes out on Disney Plus. Hopefully, I'll have a reaction to that for you guys in the near future as well. Give me that, Froakie. We will be nicknaming Pokemon in this. I will nickname Froakie. We'll name him Toad, after our favorite Mario character. Now, I'm not going to get another Pokemon for quite some time. I'm only going to have Froakie for a little while. So Froakie's going to get a little insane in terms of power. Oh my gosh. Probably be able to just go right for the gym, because normally what I do in this game is I'll sit around and I'll train my Pokemon up a little bit. But Froakie's probably going to be like level 15, even potentially evolved by the time we even get to that first gym. Oh, I gotta go back this way. And then she says, hey, battle me. Alright, so I think what would be a fun question is for you guys to tell me your favorite Pokemon generation. Or, what is your favorite, which game was the Pokemon game that you were introduced to Pokemon in? For me, it was Pokemon Red version. Now, I will say, as much as I am a Gen 1er, Pokemon Red version is not my favorite Pokemon game. My favorite Pokemon game is actually Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Namely because of the double regions thing. I've wished that they would bring in the double regions back for a long time. And I feel like with Generation 9 they have an opportunity to be able to do that with Kalos, because this new generation is bordering Kalos. And so we have an opportunity for our DLC content to be opening up the different map portions of Kalos and accessing more story that way, which I think would be a really excellent idea, but I'm not the one in charge of Pokemon, so that is not up to me. That is up to the Pokemon devs. Now I gotta go back to tell my mommy that I'm going to go on a Pokemon journey. I used to be bothered by the fact that, oops, no, that one. I used to be bothered by the fact that all the routes always went back to Route 1 instead of continuing up in number from the previous regions. And then I realized, well, you know, if you went from one country to another country, they'd have their own numbering system for their highways and whatnot. They wouldn't follow America's, so figure makes sense. So why not? It actually bothered me more when we jumped from Johto to Hoenn, and it jumped to Route 101, and it was like kind of a cheat way of doing Route 1 without doing Route 1 again from Kanto. But it was like, but what about routes 51 through 99 and 100? Like, where did all those routes go? It was like they were trying to continue not using the same route numbers, but then they just skipped 50 routes, and it was like weird. I really like the map for this region too, actually, to be honest with you. I like, let's look at it. I like how you start down here, and it does sort of feel a little linear, but then also it's like not at the same time. It's like a better version of the black and white map in a way. It's not quite as linear, but it's not super open either. I feel like it's a really, really good map for an open world place, though. Like, you have this Lumiose City right in the middle that could be your central hub area for the journey, and then it has different branches, you know, that you could go out to every time, you know. And I like the idea that it was split into 3 different map areas too, central, coastal, and mountain. Oh, Rhyhorn wants to say goodbye. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a save just in case something happens to the emulator. So I think the first Pokemon I can catch won't be until the forest. It'll be Pampor, I believe. I mean, I feel like the graphic transition from the 2D DS graphics to this 3D graphics on DS was pretty good. Was it perfect? No. But I mean, neither was the transition from 3DS into Switch. I would say we had a near perfect version of it going into Let's Go with certain features, and then certain features Let's Go was way off. And then we had like some things in Sword and Shield that improved upon what Let's Go gave us. And then we also had things like walking Pokemon, falling Pokemon that took a step backward. It was like, really? You're gonna make the Pokemon that slow? I know it was in the name of like trying to make it feel more realistic, but it was weird. And it made it not fun to have your Pokemon follow you in that game. Yeah, I hope that they do better with that. I think a thing that they did in Legends, which was really nice, was they took that Let's Go mechanic of catching and they made it better. Because they made it that you could either battle or capture Pokemon. But then they still made it to where you could just go up. Like, if they could bring that Legends Arceus mechanic into Generation 9, oh, that'd be great. I think that'd be the best way to do wild encounters moving forward, because it made catching Pokemon so fun, but it also made like battles really fun too, because I could literally just chuck a Pokeball that had my Pokemon in it to the field and send it out that way, and it just immersed me into the game experience a lot more. And so I think if they could stick with that for Generation 9, that'd be great. But if they could give us the Let's Go following and riding style back from Let's Go, that'd be putting two perfect mechanics together into a new game. And then I would say the more open world, like a wild area they could make, the more open world like they could make like the wild areas for the new game. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The more like the wild areas they can make the open world. From the wild areas from not Sword and Shield, but the areas from, gosh, Legends Arceus. That's what I'm thinking. If they can make the whole map basically just like one of those maps, but like ×5, so that it's the entire map, that'd be great. I do know that they are trying to make Generation 9 more of a full-on open world game rather than the way Legends Arceus was. So like there won't be those map transition things between like the towns and the route like there was going between Jubilife Village and the different maps in Legends Arceus. And I think that even going to be the case from like how open world Sword and Shield felt even on the routes as opposed to the wild areas, but there was still those map shifts going through the checkpoints, which I wouldn't mind having those in like between cities and the wild area map, having at least some sort of checkpoint thing that you go through to get into the towns/cities. But I also don't mind, like in Sword and Shield, they did have a seamless transition from Route 4 into Turffield. Like if the whole map could be like that, that'd be great. I'm pretty sure that that's what their plan is right now, is to go that route. but I'm not sure. Not sure. We'll probably, you know, find out more coming up soon here. Since we got June is near what, 5 days away, so June will more than likely give us some more information on Generation 9, and we'll have something to talk about. Hopefully, depending on when they drop it, I'm going to try to do a reaction to their next Pokemon Presents. Ooh, a water type for me to catch. And it's not a bad level either. What are the odds that Pampor is the first one that I run into? You know, I just realized I could get the old rod and go capture a Magikarp probably. Where is the old rod? I forget where the old rod is. Can I get a Psyduck? Nice, a priority move. Alright, I'm going to call Pampor Hydrape. This is a monkey. So yeah, we will be getting some more information on Generation 9 shortly. Oh yay, a Weedle. I feel like they should, in the future, this is just my opinion, I feel like it'd be nice of them in the future to, like, drop the slew of what's supposed to come out this year, like the little teasers of, here's the plan for Pokemon this year in February, like around that Pokemon Day, Pokemon Presents, and then in April, share. They don't have to do full on Pokemon Presents, but maybe they could at least drop, you know, a couple trailers for a couple of the things, give us a progress report or something, and then in June they could do another Pokemon Presents, and then in August they do another couple of trailers or something that gives us information. And then in October, they do their like final Pokemon Presents and drop another trailer. And then, of course, by the time we've reached our holiday season, and the new Pokemon game for that year is about to be dropped. Because, I mean, it's not just about, you know, Generation 9 this year. There's, like, the anime stuff. There's the trading card stuff. There's, you know, the VGC. There's other games, spin-out games like Pokemon Sleep or Masters and stuff like that. There's also, you know, different Pokemon home updates and different things like that that people are waiting on. What'd you find? A Paralyze Heal, huh? It's been a long time since I played this game. I've been contemplating picking one of the games. We've been going through all of them this way, where I do the Professor Oak Challenge, which, if you're not familiar with what the Professor Oak Challenge is, Professor Oak Challenge is a the Professor Oak Challenge is basically a way of playing through the game where instead of worrying about how many deaths or how fast you can get through the game, it's more of a longevity exercise in that you spend your time making sure that each time you get to a new route, you collect every single Pokemon on that route and fully evolve them as much as you can at that point. Like, obviously, there are certain things, like, for example, Pampor. I wouldn't be able to do anything more with Pampor because I would need a water stone. So I wouldn't be held back from this route simply because I couldn't evolve Pampor. But before I moved on from Route 1, I would have had to get Froakie up to level 36, so he was a Greninja, and then I would have had to catch all the Pokemon in that route and evolve them till they were their fully evolved forms. Which, as I said, is basically just an exercise in longevity, which basically what I would end up doing is I would end up putting this thing on like 8 times 800 speed and just running around in the grass commentating while I grinded everything in each route. Now, alternatively, rather than being forced to stay in one route, it could be that you do it where between the gyms. So between, everywhere I can go between the beginning and Gym 1. Before I fight Gym 1, I have to make sure I've completed the Pokedex as 100% as I could have. Until, like, the only thing that I have left to do before I can proceed is the gym. Before I can fight that gym, I have to go to all the routes and I have to collect all the Pokemon and evolve them all as much as I possibly can. Because again, obviously something like, a Water Stone, that's going to be an impossibility. If you have certain spots you can get Water Stones, so you can't obviously catch a Water Stone of evolution Pokemon and then not be able to proceed to the point in the game where you can get the Water Stone evolution. So some things like that are, and also like trade evolutions, those are excusable too, because you would need a second game to be able to get those to happen, unless you hacked into the game and made impossible evos like that possible. Then it would be different. So, a couple things that I'm a little concerned about moving forward. Electric Gym, it's going to be a big problem. I think I have a plan for it. It depends on if I can get the Pokemon or not. Oof. I did not consider that. We're good. I was like, I did not consider Pikachu would have Thundershock at this point in time. But I mean, it wouldn't really matter anyways, because the only two Pokemon I have are water types. So what are you going to do? Anyways, my fix for the Electric Gym is Barboach. If I can get a Barboach and evolve it to Whiscash for that Electric Gym, then I won't have an issue, because then all the electric moves won't be able to affect me, and I'll be able to use all my ground types on them, like Mud Shot or whatever I can get on Whiscash. But the problem is that I get back to Lumiose before I go to the route where I can catch Barboach. So, can I go to that route before fighting the gym, or am I forced to fight the gym before going to that route? That's what I don't know. And so if that's the case, then I am SOL, because I have no idea how to get past the Electric Gym with a team full of water types. I could get past the grass type, fine. I'll have a Lapras that I can teach some Ice Beam or something. That won't be a problem. Plus I'll have probably Swanna, which will know Fly or Aerial Ace and some stuff like that. So I'm not worried about the grass one as much as I am the electric one. Plus there's more weaknesses in grass than there are in electric. Plus I'm probably able to get a Chinchou. Well, Chinchou might be my saving grace, because if I can get a Chinchou as well, then the electric types will be neutral against Lantern. So that might be the play as well. Lantern. I need to get a good rod though, and I believe I have to fish on Route 12 to get the Chinchou, and I don't know what level it's going to be, so there might be grinding involved, but there would have been that with Barboach as well. The first gym's not going to be a problem, it's just bugs. That's a non-issue. The second gym shouldn't be an issue either, because it's a rock gym, or a ground gym. That should be really easy for me. My whole team will be water types. Then the third gym's fighting should be pretty easy for me to handle, because I'm planning on having a Golduck or a Slowbro and then also a Swanna by that point in time. So those should help me handle the fighting gym, no problem. The only issue would be really the steel type from Lucario. Which shouldn't be that much of an issue. If I can get like Brick Break or something on one of my water types, that should be fine. I won't be able to equip a fire type to it. It would have to be a fighting type attack. Oh my gosh, these kids talk way too much. Okay, I'm gonna skip around these trainers for a second so I can go heal at the Pokemon Center. And I'll come back and I'll get my Azurill. Freak. Oh, there's the Azurill. Alright. Coming through. What an annoying person. Oh, did I accidentally kill the... I spaced out and I accidentally killed the Azurill. I don't know if I would waste time with an Azurill though. It does give me Fairy type. Go up here first and waste time with us. See if I can waste time in a different way. Guess I'll have to fight that trainer. Let me just look up something real quick on the interwebs. Excuse me, I apologize for the yawning. I'm not really that tired. I'm gonna have to end this episode soon. I have a student coming to my house at 11:30. Probably do this fight and then call the episode. We're a good 20-ish minutes in anyways. So Psyduck. I can't catch a Psyduck yet, so just do this fight, and then we'll call the episode here because this is about the 30-minute mark anyways. By the time this fight's over, I should do it. There's a Psyduck. That's why I thought you could catch Psyduck here, is because you fight one. Is this Route 7? What's this route? Water types are going to be somewhat of an issue because I won't be able to use my stab moves. Oh, I'm not even getting... I just realized I'm not even getting experience points for my other Pokemon right now. Do I want to worry about that? Or do I want to just get through to where I get the experience share and proceed for there? Press on. Okay, so real quick. Bag. Town map. Use. I'm on Route 22. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. I can't catch Psyduck till there, Route 7. So the only thing I could potentially be able to catch here, water-wise, would be Magikarp, provided I could find a no, it's not battle right now. Alright. Well, I think that is where I will end the episode for today. We got to the first place. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know in the next episode what I decide, but it's possible that I decide to do off-screen grinding to get Pokemon up to where they need to be in between episodes, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that just yet. We will see. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for episode 2. Thank you very much. Bye.